So guys, this is going to be the spreadsheet. I'm going to use this sort of focused window to go through it. This is where you're going to find a fair bit of your monthly data, and all of the stuff that you're going to enter is going to feed into this. This down here is where you're going to find information about the clients that you've seen and time between reviews. We start by putting all our data into here. Obviously, the client code RH is for Rachel, it'll be LM for Lara, etc. The name, location, email, preferred contact, type of contact, referral source, additional info. And for each of these, there's a code for location, a code for the type of patient, and a code for the referral source. The reason why I've got that info is so that we can fill this table, which will update each month and tell us where stuff's coming from. Date of initial assessment, 18th to 11th, for example, is number 1. Time 50 minutes, and then you put in the reviews for all that patient's work, and you'll find that will automatically update this field here. So you shouldn't need to touch anything on this sheet. Okay. GP master sheet, pop in the details of the GPs you've got on record as well, when you visited them, when you've revisited them, all that sort of stuff, and I'll come up with a data collection method for that as well. This is where you input your data. I've just got a couple of examples here. This is for the last 4-week block, so the month 1 to the 10th of the 3rd, 12. Rachel had number 1 come in, date 12th of 3rd. It was a standard consultation, and then she had a review standard. You can see here, number 1. Okay, so there's new EPCs, new athletes, new DVAs, etc., etc. Okay, miscellaneous discounted. So Rachel's got a couple of discounted sessions that she does right here, so you just put in the time taken on those sessions and the value that they're worth, just so we know what we're doing there. Also the active work, Skype sessions, new standard, new review, and that'll be through Easy Client, and it's just putting a 1 down, corresponding to the client number. Now as far as sports work goes, you don't need to put it in correlation with the client number. In fact, I'll change these colors here after sports work, just because you'll just put in the time you've spent skin folding and the location. Okay, presentation time and the location. Same for corporate presentations as well, just the time you've taken. Then I want you to pop in, if you see GP number 1, then so in regards to this column right here, then pop that down. So you saw GP number 1 there. If you saw number 2, then you'd put a 2 in. Okay. Then if you review GP number 3, you phone call GP number 4, and then you went in and saw GP number 5 as a review thing, then pop them in. Only if you make contact with the GP does it count, and have a discussion with them. Like if you're just sort of touching base and it's not a useful meeting, then it doesn't count. Okay, obviously we're trusting you there with deciding what that is. And then each 30 minutes you put a 1 down. So if you go for an hour, then you put 1 and 1, and that'll count for 2 30-minute blocks. And then if you put a resource development down, I gave you the resource sheet that we're going to work from. 1.3 would relate to the 1-3, but you've got to put a decimal in there instead of the dash. Okay, small change, but it just makes this spreadsheet work properly. Let's just get rid of that. Oh, sorry. Apologies. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Quad 10 is the next one we've got to worry about, and it's going to start from the 11th of the 3rd, 8th of the 4th, 12 to the 8th of the 4th, 12. Put all the new data in there. The client master sheet, it doesn't matter about the time that you see them, but just as you get a new patient, you'll pop them in there. Okay? Now, the most important thing I want you to know is that it'll count up all the hours that you've done, the skin folds. It'll then calculate your bonus hours that are related to your presentations are worth more, etc. It's also going to calculate your bonus hours associated, like the non-paid work, GP, staff meeting, resource development, and it'll give you total hours. Now we know that 24 hours per 4 weeks is a 5% bonus. So if you add another 5 hours to what you've done here, then you'll be getting 24 hours, and that's your 5% bonus, as discussed previously. So what I need from you guys is ideas on what other kind of data that you want in here to track, and any other questions that you might have as it goes along.